How many things have you not done because you were worried about looking stupid? Have you ever wanted to post something, wear something, do something, but you were worried about what someone else would think? When I first started a YouTube channel, I was terrified. Not of actually making the video, filming it, editing it, posting it even, but of what the reaction would be from people seeing it. What really scared me when I first started was going to school the next day and being worried and waiting for the judgments, bullying, all the comments being made. I was always so worried about what people would think, and it halted me from being myself, from showing up, from being confident, all of that. See, the thing is, we all want acceptance. It's a normal thing. It's a normal human thing to want acceptance. We want everyone to look at us and tell us how good we're doing. You're not weak for caring what other people think. Humans naturally want acceptance, belonging, feeling a sense of peace and normalcy. We want approval. Now, I'm going to dive into history for a little bit here. So this is why criticism hurts, and it goes back to thousands of years ago. Being rejected by your tribe could be literally dangerous. So it is in our human genetics. Humans back then survived in groups. So if someone didn't like you, if a group didn't like you, you were done for basically. Your chances of survival dropped drastically. So our brains still treat social rejection as a threat. That's why someone can compliment you 20 times, and the moment you get that one rude comment, it's the end of the world, and you feel the sense of threat. And you end up thinking of that rude comment all day instead of the 20 compliments you got. Your brain isn't asking, is this comment accurate? No. Your brain is thinking, why am I being rejected? Am I being rejected right now? That's why criticism can feel personal even when it comes from a complete stranger. We as humans want to be loved, and we want to feel comfortable and feel approved. And negative comments stick more than positive ones because your brain is built to look for threats more than rewards. Let's take it back to history for a second again. Imagine two cavemen. One is looking at the beautiful flowers, the beautiful bushes right there. The other one, right next to this person, notices a tiger in the woods, stalking them. Who's gonna survive longer? The person who sees the tiger. They know they gotta go. It was more important to think of the threats and the negative things back then. So now we do the same thing, but within social and other concepts. And today with social media, that shows up in 100 comments, 1,000 likes, 20 positive comments, and 1 negative comment. And somehow that one comment is replaying in your head. That one bad review, that one bad thing just keeps replaying, even though you got so much positive out of it. See, here's the thing. The positive comments, they feel good, but the negative comments, they feel important. That's the difference. Your brain essentially gives it more attention because it thinks it's protecting you, when in reality, you're really just hurting yourself more and causing yourself more anxiety, more everything, all of the above there. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about why embarrassment feels so powerful. Embarrassment is literally just the fear of social judgment. You're scared of what other people will think. Social judgment. Your brain interprets embarrassing moments as, oh, someone saw me fall. People think I'm weird. People think I don't belong here. But the funny thing is, most embarrassing moments mean way more to us than it does to anyone else. And most of the time, 99% of the time, nobody cares about what happened. If you fell, nobody cares, or it doesn't even have to be a bad thing. They aren't judging you for it. Most of the time, when you think somebody's judging you, they're really not. They're living their own lives. They are going on about their day, doing their own thing. Think about a time you tripped in public. You probably remember vividly. Now think about the last time you saw a stranger trip in public. You probably can't even remember a time. Because everyone is a main character in their own story. You're replaying your mistakes, they're replaying yours. So if you can learn to just remember that and know that they are focusing on their own life, so there's no point in worrying about what other people are thinking about what you are doing. Instead, try to think of the positive things and take the positive intent out of it. So if you think starting a business is embarrassing, posting your first TikTok is embarrassing, launching a podcast is embarrassing, it's not because you're doing anything wrong, because you're creating the possibility of public failure. And if you never try, nobody can judge the result. You can't even see what could have happened. And yes, the moment you try, the moment you do the thing that you want to do, people can laugh, people can doubt you, people can criticize and judge you. They can do that all they want. And yes, it feels uncomfortable. But here's the thing. All the people that you admire have gone through that exact phase. Nobody launches their first business looking like a CEO. Nobody starts their first TikTok looking like a creator. Nobody records their first podcast sounding like a professional podcaster, creator, a host. The embarrassment isn't proof that you're doing something wrong. A lot of the time, it's literally just proof that you're doing something new. That's it. It's just new. Embarrassing things, new things are embarrassing. That's just how we feel. Alright, y'all. My microphone decided that it doesn't want to work anymore. So, looks like we're rocking with the DJI microphone now. And you know what? Yeah, we're gonna just work with what we got here. Because what can you do in the middle of a podcast? Microphone stops working. Anyways, so yeah, where was I at? Embarrassment. It's proof that you're doing something new. You're just literally starting something new, and that's a great thing. It's a scary thing. It is a very, very scary thing to start something new, but what are you gonna do? You know, like, you just gotta go through it. You gotta go through it. Everyone who is successful has gone through embarrassment and has gone through judgment and everything socially from people. So, question for you guys: when was the last time you didn't do something because of what people might think of what you were gonna do? And what did that do for you? Nothing. You didn't get to do the thing, and you're probably sitting in regret, right? And that is the cost of living for other people's approval. What opportunities have you missed because you were afraid? Because of other people's opinions that haven't even come to you yet. You don't even know what people are going to think yet. And you're judging yourself. You're literally just judging yourself and assuming the worst, that you're going to get all the judgments, and you probably will. Everyone does. There is no perfect person in this world who gets 100% good, positive things said about them. Not one person. You can't stop your life. Have you ever not started a hobby, not started a business you wanted to start, not posted a video, started social media because of what other people think? Just think, what good. If you want to start something and you're scared of what could happen, judgments, failure, embarrassment, anything like that, just know that if you don't succeed in what you do the first time, you might fail. Yeah, failure is part of life. But failure is a good thing because failure means you learned something. So if you don't succeed, you will fail, and failing is succeeding. So you're always going to succeed no matter what, because when you fail, you learn. You grow. How much life are you living for yourself, and how much life is being controlled by the people around you? By the opinions of the people who are not living your life. And I think a lot of people do this without even realizing. They just stop doing the things they love. They don't do things because of what people are going to think, and they just continue doing it. And after months or years, the regret sets in finally, and they're like, why? And I have done this. Oh my goodness, have I done this? I have gotten to points in my life where I'm like, why didn't I just start? Why didn't I just start doing it? Why? Why would I could have been doing this all of that time. And that's the thing, guys, not what this episode is about, but time is just gonna keep going by. It doesn't matter if you're sitting there watching TV all day, every day, or wishing that you were out there doing something, having a plan that you're gonna start in a week, in a month, in a year. Time's just gonna keep passing by, and one day, make your one day a good thing, because one day could be a bad thing. One day you could look back and be like, why didn't I start? Why didn't I start going to the gym? Why didn't I travel? Why didn't I go to that thing? Why didn't I start the business sooner? Why didn't I make this choice? Why didn't I do this? Instead, your one day could be looking back and saying, wow, I did that. I am so proud of myself. I started. I failed a couple times, but I started and I kept going. I persevered, kept doing what I loved, kept doing it. and I am here right now, and I am successful, and I did it. And that is the best feeling in the world. So just keep showing up for yourself. Just keep going, keep showing up for yourself. Do the thing. Just try to look past all the embarrassment, all the judgments, and one day you will get there. And you can't live off of other people's opinions, because at the end of the day, this is your life. And yes, you can take into consideration close people in your life. Like if you're in a relationship, yes, you do have to kind of, if you love that person, you have to consider them and whatever, and you can consider your family's opinions. But at the end of the day, don't do anything because of someone else. This is your life, and you are living in it. And anyone else's opinions, they don't understand. They will never understand fully your mind and how you feel and what you love and what your soul craves. Only you know that. Another good thing about doing what your soul craves and what you want to do is you will meet people that understand you. If you go out and do what you love, you're going to meet the right people. You're going to surround yourself with the right people that understand exactly how you feel, and it's going to be the best feeling ever. And connection in life, that is the best thing ever. And your current family, friends in your life, they don't have to understand. You don't have to prove anything to them. If they really love you, they will let you live your life and love you regardless. And if they don't, if they judge you, if they push you away, if they stop being in your life because you do what you love, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they're gone. They didn't really care about you. They didn't. And a big thing too is there's a lot of people that you will tell them your dreams, your goals, you'll do what you want to do, and they will judge you, they will criticize you, and they will tell you not to do something, tell you to do this instead, whatever. And that's because they're jealous. They are jealous. Either they want the life that you're living, or they tried something similar to what you're doing and failed. And they don't want anyone else to succeed, or they think nobody can succeed at it because they failed. And that is just not true. That is not true. Everyone in this world is different. Just because one person failed at something doesn't mean you are going to fail at something at all. So that's why you can't really listen to anyone in your life. That kind of crazy take here, but my biggest thing is if you believe in yourself, if you know in your heart and soul and passion, everything that you can do something, do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can have a million people judging you, but honestly, good, because in my life I have found when there are people judging me, that pushes me harder. That's like, I'ma prove you wrong. I'ma do this. You think I can't do it? Yeah, I can. That's kind of the mindset you gotta have, you know? Just don't let them affect you. The funny thing in life is I have always found that I am like the most truest, confident, best version of myself to the most random people in life. Nobody that is close to me. Nobody that is I know personally. Random people at the grocery store. Random people at festivals or whatever, concerts, random people, wherever. That's when I show up and I am myself truly, and like I'm able to do stuff without judgment or reaction. But me doing anything like that in front of someone I know for a week, even just a week, or my whole life, nope, can't do it. I'm too embarrassed. I'm too scared. And I think that's because people in our life, they do have judgments, and they do think that a lot of people in life, including ourselves probably, we think we can control other people's lives, including ourselves. And everyone in this life thinks that they can kind of help other people and tell them what to do, tell them what not to do. And like in life, that is a good thing. Most people's opinions and stuff like that, if you're close to them in life, it is a good thing to have different perspectives, different learning, key moments, all of that. But at the end of the day, you just have to go on what your gut tells you to do. But yeah, with me being like the most best version of myself and not in front of people I know, I came to a point in my life where I realized I was living for everyone else's emotions. And I think I still do this a little bit to this day, but I am 10 times better than I used to be. I was living for everyone else's emotions, feelings, opinions, and I realized I needed to stop because I wasn't living myself. I wasn't living my life for me. I was living my life for everyone else's needs, everyone else's emotions, what everyone thought of what I was doing, where I was going, no, you can't do that. And at that point, I actually went after my dreams and goals. I was like, you know what? One of the hardest things in life is leaving your hometown, leaving where you know, and leaving your whole life behind. But what is life without experiences? What is life without going out, living your dreams, traveling, experiencing new things? And that it is kind of a double-edged sword of like, I want to live my life, but I want to keep all these people in my life and keep this life. And I feel like so many people take it so personally. They take you leaving your hometown personally, and like it's like they want to leave you, when in reality, no, I want to live my life, but I still want you in it. I've had a lot of family members and just people in my life put me down and think that I can't do lots of things like traveling, not having a normal full-time 9-to-5 job, doing something different. Most people in my life haven't encouraged me to do all the things I want to do in my life. There have been a couple people, my fiance, my mom, number one supporters in this life, and I love and care about them so much for that because they have been the people to actually push me to live my life. They have been the people that want me to live my life and love me regardless of what I do. Everyone else in my life, there's so many people who, for example, they're like, you can't do that, this is gonna happen, you can't do that, this is gonna happen, blah, 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 blah. And it just came to a point where it was like stressful. It was like, I'm not listening to you anymore. I don't care what you think. I'm gonna go live my life now. And that's what I did. I'm proud of myself. And that's what you gotta do. Live your life for you. But when it comes to the whole world or whatever, the reality is most people are not paying attention. So if you want to start a business, you want to start content creating, you want to travel, you want to, whatever you want to do, just do it because most people are not looking at what you're doing. Again, they're looking at whatever they're doing. Everyone else is focused on their bills, their insecurities, their relationships, their life, their goals. Have you ever seen someone post something embarrassing online? Whatever it was. How long did you think about it? Probably a few seconds. Okay? And then you scroll. When do you ever think about it again? Unless you sent it to someone and get reminded or something about it pops up again. You don't think about it. You don't think about it. And most of the time you're not like, oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. How could they do that? How laughing? No, most of the time you're just laughing. It's funny. It's content. And that's how people think. And most people do the same with us. So if you want to post content, post it. They're going to look at it and they're going to scroll. Or they're going to scroll. And who cares? And the people that actually resonate with what you're saying or doing, they'll stay, they'll follow, they'll like, they'll comment, they'll engage. And that's good. But the people who don't care, they'll either scroll or there's the negative Nallies in this world who are going to comment some stupid stuff because they're not happy with their life and they have to make everybody else in this life miserable. Just remember that when you see negative comments. Most of the time, they're not happy in their life, so they have to make everyone else unhappy as well. So yeah, post the TikTok. Make the YouTube channel. Do it. And let me tell you, people know when you're being fake. So if you try to post something and try to be someone else, try to be some other influencer, or try to act a different way, they'll know. They'll know you're not your authentic self. And the best thing to do is to show up as your authentic self because that's when the right people will come along. And that's when you will shine. That's when your spark will glow. That's when you will glow, is when you're 100% your authentic self. And people are going to judge you. Yes, people are going to judge you. Everyone's going to get judged in this life, no matter what you do. If you start a business, some people will judge. If you stay where you are right now, some people will judge. If you succeed, some people will judge. And if you fail, some people will judge. So no matter what, you're gonna get judged. Why not do the thing you want to do? Everyone's gonna have an opinion, always. There's always gonna be an opinion somewhere. Who cares? You know what you like, you know what you want to do. So do it. Do what matters to you. Do what makes you happy.